Sweet. Okay, just a quick stream. Just to have a look at this, I've had quite a few of these come in recently. We've got a local repair shop that's just started doing microsoldering, and a few insurance repairs. I've just got a new lens that lets me go a little bit bigger, but I lose a lot of field. You can see there, this is before anyone started. I don't know if that gets any better as a picture. It's not really coming out that well on my big screen there, but you can see all around the outside of the charge port that it's just not been soldered right. There's flux all over the board still, which will eventually start eating into the board, causing corrosion and whatnot. Let's just see if we can clean that. We're actually fitting the other shop out at the moment, but I've seen this and I thought, why not? So yeah, they should have at least cleaned the board, but the problem with insurance repairs is the insurance companies don't want to pay a lot, so then they farm these contracts out to these huge companies, and then these huge companies will come along and say, oh, we'll do these charge ports for 20 quid each, and then they've got to find someone that doesn't want to be paid the earth for being good at their job to come along and do these charge ports. So someone will show them how to do them quickly, and as long as these make a connection, that's all that matters. But the problem is here, this one isn't even been soldered in properly. They've just blobbed solder all over it. It's terrible, really. Again there, you know, I don't know what's going on in this corner over here. I think they've scraped that off with a knife. Okay, so we're going to put a new charge port on here quickly. And really, this isn't about care, it's just about doing it right. Unfortunately, I've been given one charge port with this, and I don't think I've got another one. And it looked like the pins were bent. Yeah, they are. Okay, that's not going to be too much of a problem. We can just bend those back into shape. It's just not ideal. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that. Let's get this other one cleaned up first, and if that's a problem, I'll come back and address that. I might have to go back to the different lens, because there's almost, I don't know if you can see on this camera here, the working distance. I mean, I can get probably, it's about 4 fingers underneath, which isn't great. Okay, let's try not to knock the camera over. Put that on there. Yeah, we're just moving shops at the moment, so everything's a bit up in the air. And I'm doing some building work with my business partner. I have to take this secondary camera off. Yeah, we're just going to heat this board up a bit before we start taking stuff off. Check my temperatures. I think 400 is a little bit too much. And you can see that's already going molten. I'm guessing that if this one's been brought to us and it looks like that and it went back for insurance, the person who this belongs to is a serial charge port killer. Some people are just naturally heavy-handed and enjoy destroying charge ports. There we go. Right, we're just going to clean these. Right. Help if the right soldering iron had come on. Hold on, Hacko. In your own time. And there we are. Get rid of these solder. I don't know what they've used. You shouldn't be really using leaded solder on a charge port feet. Let's put this back on. I mean, you can do this quickly, and if you wanted to, you could do it cheaply as well. You know, it takes practice, but you can do it. I mean, and you can even do it with mildly defective parts. So, what I'm going to do is put some leaded solder on these feet. Then if this person decides to break this charge port again, hopefully the leaded solder will break before the tracks on the board do. And then we'll come back and put some non-leaded on the feet. And let's tin this up because that looks hideous. Annoyingly, this isn't going to be as neat as I like it, just simply because these feet were all over the place, but I'll get these tinned up and do my best. Okay, they're my shaved ones. Oh. It's not hard to come back along and check your work. Okay, let's get some more solder on those pads. You know, this person would have left this ages ago by now. There we go. Okay, I'll come back after and clean them up, get the feet secure. What's that, 10 minutes, not even rushing, it's nearly done.
This glue be good enough to replace it,
Yeah, that glue will be fine. For some reason the Chinese screens seem to glue really well. Okay, let's get some different solder. The leaded solder's a lot weaker than other solders, so if you want to use it for mounting USB sockets and anything that's going to have natural wear and tear on it, you should really use something a bit stronger. Okay, now that's it, done. Obviously we need to test that, but oh, that's under 6 minutes surely. But these, it probably took that person longer and they've done a worse job. And it's probably not that person's fault either, because the company they maybe work for have set them deadlines, so they haven't got time to learn or care. And after all, they haven't seen you face to face. You're Mr. So-and-so on a sheet, and you just become numbers, and it's really hard to care about a number, especially when you're sat in a factory just doing these day in, day out. So I can see why it happens. But it shouldn't do, because there's no excuse. You can do a good job for cheap. You know, obviously there's stuff you sacrifice, but that shouldn't be one of them. You know, doing the job properly shouldn't be one of them. Okay, let's clean some of this off. I mean, they've got the luxury of not angering any customers, really, because if there's a complaint, I'm guessing that goes back to the insurance company. Okay, just going to touch these legs up. Might be too much solder on that one. Okay, so that's neatened out a bit. I'm going to come along and just check these feet. Where have I put them? There. Like I said, those feet aren't going to be the neatest, but they were bent all over the place. I think they just got caught up in the packaging. Okay, so that's connected, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected. Do a quick test on power, see if it draws power. Where has it gone? Who's stolen my micro USB? Lisa, how many you have? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's not it, so. I might not have known this down there.
Yeah, you did. Okie dokie, here we go. Right, that's connected. In fact, let's quickly stick this roughly back in the board just to see the. Okay. Alright, that's everything that's needed connected, and let's kick back over. Okay, let's see if this powers. You can see down the bottom there, 0.6. I did see it go up to an amp, but it'd be nice to see it stabilise around there. But to be honest, if you keep destroying this, you can end up doing damage to the battery. So we can see the charge light up in the top there. And judging by the no display, it's probably really dead, so just going to leave this here a second. But yeah, let's go over what happens. We had an XA Ultra that came in, and just a really badly done charge port on it. And most people will say that's because the insurance company, they'll say we'll do 100 for half the price of the local repair shops, and the banks and the other people that work for these insurance companies that send these back, they'll send these products to them, and they've got a quick turnaround. So the people that work there, they're like, you need to do this quickly. We're not all about doing a good job. We're doing a practical job. It needs to be done and functional. But then you start seeing all these repairs coming out because these people are being rushed, and the repairs are just shocking. That wasn't the worst I've seen, but it still shows a poor level of craftsmanship, because the person who did that clearly didn't know about basic soldering. I mean basic soldering as in, how much heat you need and how much flux you need to get the right consistency of flow, so you get these nice clean joints. They didn't clean the flux off the board, which is going to cause problems down the line. Multitude of things. Just not caring about the job generally. So hopefully this will come on. Like I said, it's probably been dead for a while. Got the charge light on, it's pulling over half an amp. Let's see if it'll boot in a sec. Where are we? There we go. So yeah, it's just a really, really dead battery. So we're going to end that stream here. It's taken me 19 minutes to do a stream on, a charge port on that. I wasn't even rushing. I imagine you can do this in about 5 minutes. Alright, everything's going mad. I'm going to end the stream now. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Bye.